I called it. Run the tape. Run the tape. Go watch the video. Lord of the Rings, 1 of 1 card. This was my plan, by the way. Things are about to change in the comic book collecting game because we are not the comic book collecting game anymore. We are now the comic trading card game. I say it all the time. Just look at what happens in sports cards, and they're one step ahead of what's going to happen in comic books. Okay, that's not what I say. I ripped that off from Neo Cards and Comics. Shout out to Rob. But since I'm going to take his credit, that's what I always say here on this channel. And so in this video, we need to talk about how the storm is coming. X-Men 97 comic trading packs are about to hit the market. Is this a good thing? Are people going to lose their minds? And is pack ripping going to be the thing that everyone does from here on out in comic books? What could be inside, guys? WCW, wrestling trading cards. Endless possibility right now of what's in this pack. Once you open it, what do you actually find? Did I get it? Did I get the gold foil? Doom. We got the Steiner brothers. That's pretty good. Lex Luthor. Luger. And some other cards. Well, I guess I have post-rip clarity now. Not nearly as fun as I thought it was going to be once I opened it. But hey, that is the game we are entering. In this video, we're going to talk about it with regards to comic books. But, of course, before I get into it, if you guys could like, comment, subscribe, I appreciate it. Helps support the channel doing those things. But Swag, what in the hell are you talking about here today? Well, dear viewer, we are talking about how you need to collect these rare X-Men 97 trading packs on Whatnot. Marvel artists Ariel Olivetti, Rob Liefeld, Salvador LaRocca, and Steven Segovia created variant covers for a one-of-a-kind Marvel comic trading pack. Now, as you guys will see, this is actually an article that came out in April 10th earlier this year. This has been around for some time. Whatnot teaming up with Marvel to create basically the same idea of trading cards where you actually rip out, a giant pack, and inside are chase variant covers. But now, finally, today is the day, or this is the week. This week is the week where these things are now hitting the secondary market. And this is where, you got to get your popcorn and see how these things are actually going to do. Let me go through this article just so you guys can get a clear understanding of what this is. And then I want to check in with, some of the secondary market. There's already been a sale, and then see what the community actually thinks about this. We're excited to announce the launch of Marvel comic trading packs available exclusively on Whatnot. In celebration of Marvel's animation X-Men 97 series, renowned Marvel artists Ariel, Liefeld, LaRocca, and Segovia each created a unique cover for issue 1 of the X-Men 97 2024 series. In case you guys don't know, the 2024 series was, I believe, kind of a prelude going into the show. Each art was printed in 4 variants in a historically limited print run. You have the trade dress, which is $12.50. You have the Virgin, which is $1,000. You have the silver foil, which is $500, and you have the gold foil, which is $250. So as you guys can see, 4 different covers by 4 different artists, and within each of these packs, you have the opportunity to get the, more rare version, right? This is the mystery box. This is the loot crates. This is the loot boxes for all you video game players out there. This system has been something that has been very, very popular in, kind of the consumer entertainment fields. And it was only a matter of time before it came to comic books here. All variants were packed into first-of-a-kind comic trading pack. Each pack contains 3 cover variants at random, with a 4-pack designs celebrating a cover from each artist, plus a limited number of packs contain an ultra-rare gold foil variant autographed by the artists themselves. The packs arrive exclusively to Whatnot in May, but select Whatnot sellers will have individual pre-release books for sale during WhatnotCon this weekend from April 11th to 14th. The chase is on. The chase is on indeed. Then the article goes on to kind of explain, what it is, Whatnot credits, Whatnot Con. So this book, or these books, I should say, outside of these packs, have already been on the market. People have already cracked them out. They were at Whatnot Con. They've been, low key selling for pretty decent amounts of money on the secondary market, depending on, if you got the gold foil or whatever it is. But it's now this week that finally the consumers, the secondary market is getting their hands on the sealed packs. And we already had a sale just the other day for one, $50, brand new listing, instant buy. And you know, if you go to the upper left corner here, you see something like that, 22 watched in the last 24 hours, if you're an eBay person, that means there's a lot of people interested into this thing. And, it didn't take long for, the people like Rob Liefeld to, talk about the product. This is a video he put out just the other day. I mean, shout out to Rob Liefeld. He absolutely, created one of those covers. He's a legendary artist. He should be promoting, these particular products that he's putting out there into the market. And a lot of people definitely that are going to tune into his Whatnot stream, very, very excited about this for sure. But the real question is, how does the community think about these packs? I had a couple Instagram posts pulled up here, one from Comic Book Invest. They had this to say: comic book exclusive packs, game-changing heat from the folks at Marvel and Whatnot, featuring the most limited exclusive Marvel comic variants. And let's see what the people had to say. Not a fan right here. Man, Whatnot really is a cesspool for gamblers. Ooh. Shame they have so much marketing money to buy influencers to just push it onto more and more people. Literally everything there is gambling now. Ooh, okay, well, we're going to talk about that a little later on in the video here. So it's just unsold variants repackaged or new exclusive Whatnot branded variants being offered up for the first time? I believe these are new variants that are being offered up. Might be a loss, but I pass on anything connected to Whatnot. So a lot of people not really feeling this, somewhat suspicious of this kind of product right here. This one from Josh's comic books. What does he have to say, or what did the people in his comments have to say? Walmart made comic packs with exclusive variants and people loved it. Now Whatnot does the same thing and people are hating because it's Whatnot. Seems pretty hypocritical to me. I mean, I think that could be a fair argument, although as you dig in deeper, not the same thing, but thanks, they are going to be live rips on Whatnot, which again, if you guys know the game of live rips and the bidding and stuff, that's when it gets a little bit wild right there. There you see the gifs with the shaking head. Rover Monster Island says there is no bigger money maker on the platform than card pack rips. So this is an attempt to replicate that experience with books. I don't see it working out. And that really is it right there. This is an attempt to replicate what goes on in the trading card world. And let's call it like it is. They should be doing this, in terms of like, hey, how do we get, a bunch of people, wanting to buy our product? Well, let's put them in trading packs so people can get that chase and get that dopamine hit of unlocking the gold variant. I mean, this clearly works within that system of box breaks and pack rips and everything to do with the card market. So it was only a matter of time before they explore this in comic books. So on the one hand, I can't fault them for this. I think it's actually smart that they're doing it. And on the other hand, there's nothing inherently wrong with them creating a product that has manufactured scarcity within it, right? There's nothing wrong with it from a bird's eye view. But we live in the collectible world. We live in this place where people spend a lot of money. People are addicted to buying. There's a lot of, suspect sellers, buyers, and shady dealings going on. And this is why we can't have nice things, right? It's not that the idea itself, that there's anything wrong with it. And for a lot of people, I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun with this. And we have to, kind of tip our cap to those people. If you enjoy stuff like this, that's great. I think that's awesome. But we know what the shenanigans are going to be. We know what's going to happen here. And it's really interesting because if you go over to the card world, there are so many people from that place that have such issue with, what is going on with all of the, seller shenanigans with, pack ripping and things like that. I mean, how many times have we heard about people, pulling out chase cards that someone bid on, but then they're like, they kind of hide it underneath the camera. And then all of a sudden like, oh yeah, you won the Tommy Rich card. No, I didn't. I wanted the Lex Luthor one. So that's kind of interesting here. This whole thing is really hitting to market this week. And it'll really be interesting to see what these things end up selling for. Now, again, there's only been one person who has been able to list it thus far. And that's because, they're kind of being exclusively put on Whatnot. So I have to imagine that there's going to be a delayed effect here where most of the selling is going to come from Whatnot to start. And then the people who win the bids from those sellers clearly are going to start putting it onto eBay right here. So not really sure, who this particular seller was, where they were able to get it listed for $50. And unfortunately, I couldn't find out what the actual retail price for a lot of these books were. So I don't actually know if this $50 sale is a markup from what was actually paid originally. Maybe somebody in the comments can let me know. But I tell you this, by the end of the week, I think that that number is going to be a lot higher, because here's the thing, guys. We've already seen what the foils sell for. Back in June, coming out of what I assume would have been WhatNotCon, somebody was able to get this book slabbed, and we had a slash price of $1,000. This one being the Gold Liefeld edition. If we go over to GPA analysis, we can see what the X-Men 97 #1 issues are selling for, and we'll just go down to the gold ones, and here it is. The Liefeld Gold Foil edition in a 9/8 selling for $700. You got the Olivetti Gold Foil edition selling for $260 right there. You have the Segovia Gold Foil edition selling for $404. So again, I say that it's not going to take much for people to, be willing to risk the biscuit. If you have a chance to pull out a $700 comic, why wouldn't you spend $50? Well, I'd be losing money if I didn't buy it. There you guys have it. Marvel and whatnot turning comic books into trading cards for real. That's been the thing that a lot of people in the community have always talked about, not liking that kind of, the graded comic market sort of turned the comic book effectively into a trading card, because it wasn't really about what was inside the comic that mattered anymore. Now we're literally turning them into trading cards, which I think is very, very interesting. Again, I'm on the fence. I think that this can be a good thing. It could be a cool product. On the one hand, there's nothing wrong with it, but on the other hand, I don't need to tell you guys. You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen with this. Anyways, that's all for this video. That was me talking about the X-Men 97 trading card packs and comic books hitting the market. How do you guys feel about this? Are you guys excited about this? Would you be somebody who actually wants to buy it? Do you think that there's anything inherently different with what this is compared to a Walmart pack? Do you think a Walmart pack is anything different compared to a mystery box? I think that this is going to be a big success for Marvel. And I have to imagine that they're going to do this more and more. Why wouldn't they? If it sells. Imagine all of the exclusive variant leftover books that they have, or the retail variant stuff, that they still need to ship out. Really, it's the retailers that are actually going to have to deal with this, because they're the one with the inventory. But imagine all the retail variants. Imagine us having trading card packs that are like, retail roll of the dice rips. All right, we got to work on the name, but you know what I mean? Imagine that. I think it's going to be a big thing, and I could see this happening more and more in the future, certainly for X-Men, because X-Men is really popular. Anyways, that's all for this video. Let me know what you guys think about this. Like, comment, subscribe. See y'all in the next video.